Good morning, dear friends. We share something special. We've been given a special gift. That gift is the shaking off of the old self. I find that if I do gross motor movements first thing in the morning, then I can, and I do it before medication, that I can be more useful with during the times that I'm actually the medication is working, doing its thing. And as long as I'm not doing anything with too much digital dexterity expectations, then I can feel good about myself. I find a big part of my process is mitigating frustration and not allowing myself and making smooth pathways for myself to be able to, like I say, to feel good about myself. When I met Rita at the event, and she told me about her work with you folks, I thought, yeah, I might have something to share. You also might have something to share. I don't buy into the label. I find it very important to not tell people about my experience unless they're familiar with the challenge, open to the possibility of recovery, and that they're open to the fact that this, for me, is a spiritual experience. I've gained so much from it, so much, and that I want to surround myself with people that are like-minded, because I don't want to be dragged down into other people's doom and gloom. So what I've done is I've designed a number of tools for myself to help myself stretch, and I keep my movements very simple and not too structured. The only structures that I move first thing in the morning. Well, first thing in the morning, a cold shower, which might be easier for me in Canada than it is for you in Israel. Quite likely. This is my heart, and these are set tools that I designed called the stretch balls, or heart opening balls, because our body wants to clinch and fight. I find if I keep my pectoral muscles open, then I have more energy. So start with push-ups. So I'm going to keep these video diaries for you, and just sort of go off the top of my head. I've tried many different I call them hippie modalities in this process. It's been 10 years since the fingers started wiggling, and the process of self-discovery had begun when one of the main neurologists, one of my first meetings with them, she asked my wife and I, what do we think it is? Off the top of my head, unscripted, I said, I think it's fear trapped in the body. I hadn't thought about it much, but what I know is that prior to this, I lived in lots of fear. My legal given name is Dustin Warren Henderson. I was born in 1970, and that person, that's my cat Krishna. One of my cats, Krishna. He likes the attention in the mornings. But Dustin was fearful. I won't get into the past, because the past is the past. The past died with Dustin. I choose to now reframe, look at the gifts that were given to me as a child, of resilience, creativity, enthusiasm. These are all traits that I carry with me now because of my childhood. I choose to not remember the past, or not to focus on the past, if that was putting my attention into who the old person. And now I want to focus on the new me. So my name, Ren, capital W, apostrophe, capital R-E-N, is an abbreviation of a middle name, Warren. To remind myself that this process is a journey to the center of my soul. And boy, I'm getting close. I'm so much happier. I had a great meditation this morning. If I can encourage you to do anything, meditate. Meditate, meditate, meditate. Because in 2017, I was so scared. I didn't sleep. It was brutal. My wife and I were under so much stress because we were both. I was frightened to death. I was afraid of medication. I was afraid of life. And I tried to mask it by overeating. And all I kept doing was a cyclical reaffirmation of the fear that I carried throughout this, the fear that Dustin carried throughout this entire life. I worked on that first, and I have to acknowledge that what I understand is that I'm 55, and what Rita's telling you all at a different stage in life. So I think that, well, in my experience, we're all experiencing variations on the same theme. What I mean by that is that we all will experience this process of transformation very similarly, but different. The problem with the medical system, certainly here in Canada, is that they have one size fits all, and you and I are very different. And it's in the medical establishment will do what they can with the training they have, but the training they have is very narrow, very, very narrow. I will give the credit to I see a gerontologist, not a neurologist, and what he told me in his first visit is I know what I know and I don't know what I don't know. How I interpret that is that, well, initially I interpret that he doesn't want to hear about any hippie stuff. Fair enough. But it also means that he knows drugs, and that's about it. And that's okay. So if I need help with drugs, which I'm taking a light dose of level carb, I monitor and take less of it when I can, when I feel like I can. He knows drugs, and that's it. So if I need more drugs or adjustment, which I don't, I go to him. And for everything else, I seek other advice. I have a naturopath, and I seek. Well, I'll say that one of the first doctors, the Canadian medical system is challenged. It's failing, and people, certainly Canadians, will look to the doctor to make all the decision for them. Challenge is doctors. Doctors are human too, with their own dysfunctions, their own challenges, and we can't give all our power away to them because they have their own lives, and certainly in Canada, they're very busy. So we have to take responsibility for. And my gerontologist actually also said that people that do their own thing, that choose their own path, get better results. Well, that's how. And he also said that people that join groups and just do what he says make his job easier. I'm not here to make his job easier. I'm here to look after my own life. You too. So I make my own choices. Sorry, another doctor from Scandinavia said, at the beginning of this, in 2017, he said, keep trying things. Keep trying things. Like I said, I think in my experience, we're all experiencing variations on the same thing: fear. Fear trapped in the body. Fear trapped in the body, and we need to do what we can with the experience and expertise we have as individuals to navigate our way through this. For me, I've been physical my entire life, so I navigate this through physicality, and I'm also creative. So I build tools for myself, and I share and sell them to others that need the help as well. And yeah, so that's how I navigate this. You might have something different, and together we can improve each other's lives. I find I get so much better production. I feel so much better about my day when I exercise. Oof, so much better. I had a good sleep last night. Actually, I'll say that I'm sleeping better now than I ever have in my entire life. My sleeping habits that Dustin developed as a child were not conducive to good rest. What can you do? Yeah, I think that's about it for now. I'm gonna make these as concise and as interesting as I can. But and I'll get into in the future. I'll get into what my experience and my theories about momentum to just improve our lives while we go through this experience. Shalom, dear friends. Is that the right thing? Is that the right thing to say? What can you do? Talk to you soon.